Mustang GT is a pretty iconic American muscle car, and with the advent of the 5-liter Coyote engine back in 2011, it actually became pretty quick. However, some people don't really think it's fast enough, so my friend here took matters into his own hands and added a Paxton Supercharger. Let's go for a drive and see how this thing feels driving around on the street.
You can buy a supercar with 700 horsepower, and that's going to cost you a whole lot of money. You're going to spend 6 figures, well into the 6 figures. Or you can do what my friend did and get a 2015 Mustang GT, put a supercharger on it, and get about 700 horsepower for way less than 6 figures. So this car is a Paxton Supercharger. It's a 2200 and it makes about 9 to 10 pounds of boost. The bottom end is stock, the top end is stock. It's got a big intercooler on it, and this whole package is only about $7,000. On about 9 to 10 pounds of boost, this car is pushing around 700 horsepower. That is a whole lot of power. What I love about the Coyote engine is these things rev up to 7850. This particular one does. It's been a little bit modified from the ECU. And the other thing that I love about Coyotes is the sound. And this thing just sounds like a Coyote. There's something special about the Ford engine. I don't know what they do. It sounds different than an LS. Not to say anything bad about an LS, but there is something special about the Coyote sound that I really like. All right, let's get into it. Woohoo! Damn! This thing makes nice supercharger sounds too. I don't know if you can hear, but there's a nice whoosh kind of sound that happens. With the turbo, you get like the high spinny kind of noises. This is a little bit different. Let's get on it again. Oh yeah! Damn! So this thing has a whole lot more go than a stock 2015 Mustang, let me tell you. So this transmission has been modified slightly. You've done some stuff to the ECU to basically make it shift on command and hold the shifts a little bit longer. So let's put it in second here and let's give it a little rip. Damn! Back end slides around a little bit. It's got drag tires on it. Brakes are pretty good, which is a good thing. So the transmission is actually very, very quick shifting. What I noticed compared to, say, a DCT, for example, is that when you pull the lever, it does take a second before the shift happens. But when the shift happens, it's really, really quick. This car has minor suspension mods. It's basically just springs and struts. It has a fairly stock type ride to it. There's nothing, it doesn't feel bad. You could drive this thing every single day. It really is a very drivable kind of car. It's just like a regular Mustang with just a whole lot more power than a stock Mustang has. And man, what a deal. You can get so much power out of an American car now, and they drive really nice. The interior is quite decent, to say the least. Yeah, you're not spending the same kind of money you are in a German car. You're not getting that kind of refinement, but this has got the goods. And is it fun to drive? On the fun to drive factor, this is really, really high. And to me, that's what matters. There's a lot of ways you can have fun. You can have fun in a Miata. You can have fun in an expensive German sports car. And you can have fun in something like this, and there's no wrong way to do it. The thing about the Mustang that I particularly like, of course, is the Coyote motor. It's the sort of essential character of the car. And the thing I've noticed about this engine compared to, say, driving a Corvette or anything with an LS is that it does have torque, but you really got to rev it out to get that torque. So it's a little bit more exciting because you got to rev the engine out. This has 600 pounds-feet, and that sounds like a lot, but it doesn't feel like a lot. And I know that's sort of subjective, but if you just hit the throttle and you're off the boost, it's not going to like light up the tires quite the way like a big beefy LS engine will. So a little bit of a different driving character. They're both really nice. What is so awesome about Mustangs is that you can go spend not a whole lot of money, get huge power, basically go out and compete with a supercar, a Lamborghini Huracan or something like that from a roll on the freeway. This is going to be just as fast, if not faster, than a lot of the supercars. And that is what is so cool about American cars today. You can get a lot of power for your money. There's a lot of development money that goes into the thing under the hood, and that is the engine. You're not spending a lot of money on the interior. You're not spending a lot of money on the nice little things which make expensive cars really kind of refined and nice to drive. All the development money is going into the thing that really matters, and that's the engine. And that is what is so cool about these cars, and that's what's so cool about this car. This thing is a blast to drive. Oh, I love that sound. Damn, that just sounds so good. So this is a Corsa exhaust, and to me it just sounds like a Coyote, just more. It doesn't really change the character of it, it just makes it a little bit louder, and I love it. I just love the Coyote engine. I'm a sucker for this engine. So we're really in an American supercar era right now. You've got all these cars making 400, 500, 600, 700 horsepower that are relatively affordable. It's incredible what you can do right now for not a whole lot of money. And the cars that are being put out by the domestic manufacturers, I think, are just really, really exciting right now. Bang for your buck is off the charts. The bottom line for me with a really powerful car is it something you can drive every day, or is it going to sit in the garage and you're going to be fixing it all the time? This thing is a winner because the owner drives it every day, takes it to the mall, takes it to work, I don't know, takes it to the strip club. I don't really know where he goes with it, but it's something that is very tractable. It's not crazy when you don't want to get on it. So I give this thing a big thumbs up. And if you want to follow me on social media, Instagram, right here, Twitter, hit me up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.